Our home in Virginia Beach was a mess. I returned from a training trip to find our house all but empty. When she left, my wife, Leah, had taken everything except the trash she'd left strewn about. Coat hangers, a plastic laundry basket, an empty lipstick container, and a soda straw. The odds and ends of life, scattered in the haste of breaking up our family. She'd given keys to our home to friends who had then come and gone as they pleased, taking my belongings and leaving empty liquor bottles and food containers behind. I went to work cleaning up the house and preparing it for sale. It was too far from work, and there were too many bad memories there. I had not seen or heard from my 3 young children since Leah had left with them weeks earlier, and I was beginning to worry about their well-being. After so many deployments, I was accustomed to not seeing them, but this was different. Leah's mental health and substance abuse issues had escalated into extremely volatile behavior and repeated attempts at suicide. I had tried my best to stay in the marriage for the sake of my kids, but it just wasn't going to work out for us. I was well into my career as a Navy SEAL, an assaulter and breacher, assigned to one of the most elite special operations units in existence. Our teams are required to be immediately available when they are a part of the designated alert unit. If we get the call, we have to get to the compound immediately and prepare to respond to a real-world crisis. We were in the late stages of our training cycle, which meant that it was our turn to be on alert for deployment. Our gear was packed and ready for any contingency that might arise. I was painting the living room walls when the call came. I put the lid on the paint can, dropped the brush, grabbed my keys, and raced to work. Alongside my teammates, with my hands and hair still dotted with paint, I loaded my gear and boarded an Air Force transport aircraft. We taxied without fanfare, and were soon over the dark waters of the Atlantic. Most of the guys swallowed sleeping tablets and found places to stretch out on the aircraft's aluminum deck or nylon-webbed seats. I built my own little nest alongside a pallet of gear, but sleep would not come. My thoughts drifted again to my children, Kayla, Samantha, and Tristan. I wondered where they were and what they were doing. They didn't ask for any of this. It wasn't their fault that the family was so unstable, or that I was gone for months at a time on some of the most dangerous missions imaginable. They knew that many of Daddy's friends had never come home, and that had to weigh on them. Would this be the operation where the odds finally caught up with me? Tristan was only a few months old and would never remember me. For some reason, that bothered me more than dying. Eventually, I drifted off to sleep. Hours later, we were on a ship off the coast of the Horn of Africa, preparing for a direct action mission on a high-valued terrorist target. These are the violent and often lethal battles that the public rarely hears about unless something goes wrong. This time it was different. Our target was a senior al-Qaeda leader who had been on the run for years. His name was one of the 10 on the FBI's most wanted terrorist list due to his alleged involvement in the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombings, which killed 224 people and injured more than 4,000. Needless to say, his death made the news.